Hello everyone, this is going to be a very off-the-cuff video. It's sort of a continuation of a video that I did before, entitled Instant Mount Swapping, in which I showcased the 4 mounts that we had to begin with in the Path of Fire expansion. The Raptor, Springer, Skimmer, and Jackal. I think Jackal being my favorite out of all of them. And if you're wondering why the mounts look different right now, it's because of the sort of mount skin update that they had a little while ago. But that's beside the point. In the previous video, I showcased that you can swap between mounts instantly so that you don't have to spend that half a second between combat trying to get off one of the mounts and then get back onto another one. Instead, you can just instantly swap between them, and I showcase how to do that in the previous video. I have a little instructional video that pops up out of the corner, and I would advise that if you are trying to learn how to do this, I would watch that other video instead of this one, since this is more of an update video to showcase which of the actual remaining mounts can actually perform this function. So, last time I said that I didn't have the 5th mount, so I couldn't test it to make sure that it actually worked. That has since changed. I went through the entire collection, spent about 250 gold to get some of the collection items to get the Griffon. And I kind of spoiled that at the beginning of the video, my bad. And I think out of all the mounts, the Griffon and this other one that I'm going to show you is kind of the most complex of the current list of 6. It's got a lot more movement options than the other mounts do, and I think it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I can showcase some of the moves after we're done with this. But does this mount work with the instant mount swapping? And the answer is yes. It works with every single one of them. And in fact, it works a little bit better than the other ones because of a mastery that you can get. This is after you hit level 80. Let's see. Yeah, I'm spoiling one of the mounts right there. Aerial prowess? No, it's aerial finesse. No. Soaring rescue, that's it. You can now mount this mount in mid-air. So, I'm going to be gliding over here, and I can just mount in mid-air. And it's because of this mastery that switching from the other mounts to this one is a lot easier. There's still that bit of pause between the Springer and the other mounts, as there is with the Griffon here, so you have to put a pause in between the button presses. But other than that, it works fine. So yeah. And you can even do all of them to, you can do the Griffon to each of the other mounts as well. Hello? Ah, there we go. Excellent. So I mentioned that there's a 6th mount, and this mount came with the recent update of Living World Season 4 with Episode 3, Long Live the Lich. And there's another collection associated with this one. This one is called the Roller Beetle. And just to showcase the actual Roller Beetle, I'm gonna switch the skin of the Roller Beetle back. Yeah. It's a cute little guy. Functions a little bit like a chopper or a motorcycle. But that's not what you're wondering about today. You're wondering if this mount actually works with the instant mount swapping. And the answer is sort of. It functions very similarly to the Springer, in which there has to be a little bit of a pause in between, and the pause is the exact same as with the Springer. You know, you have to press the Springer mount button and then pause to get on one of the other mounts. However, you can switch between all those mounts back to the Springer, or the Roller Beetle, just fine. The problem, though, is with the Roller Beetle's movement ability. You see, the glowing blue light there indicates that I had a little bit of a boost, but I wasn't boosting at all. Because of how mobility works on the Roller Beetle, this function kind of interferes with it. And I think it's just because of the engine that they use, or the system that they use for the mounting and whatnot, that kind of interferes with the movement ability of the Roller Beetle. You see, when I press the space bar, or I guess in other people's cases it would be the V button? Maybe it's still space bar. I'm not sure. But when I press the movement ability key, it's supposed to get a huge boost. And then they have a second movement ability, which I just fucked up, that allows them to do U-turns and whatnot. See, if you try to instant mount swap, it sort of fucks their mobility up, and you can't actually use the movement ability that you want to use on the Roller Beetle. That's the entire reason for using this Roller Beetle. So, long story short, the instant mount swapping works with the Roller Beetle, it's just not the way that you would expect. I don't expect that ArenaNet will change this at all, considering the fact that you could still consider instant mount swapping to be an exploit. But that's all by the by. Good news. Oh. Hang on. There we go. Good news is you can swap from the Roller Beetle to pretty much every other mount just fine. So if you're using the mount system and you're just looking to get around real easily, I would recommend avoiding the Roller Beetle if you want to use instant mount swapping. If not, the Roller Beetle is pretty much the fastest mount out of all of them. And we'll showcase some of that movement in just a sec. Well, I just ruined it, but you see how slow I'm walking? This is like the standard walking speed and whatnot. But the Jackal, or the Raptor, helps movement out a lot. But with the Roller Beetle, you can just build up speed by going down slopes. See the color change there. The trail is getting longer. And then I use the boost. Like getting around Krita has actually never been faster. And you saw I did a little bit of a skip there. That's also a function of the Roller Beetle. Like, if you can time the jumps really well, you can skip across entire lakes all around Tyria. Like, you can easily skip Lake Bounty there. Okay. Here's the main road. Like, it's really, it feels great to move around on the roller Beetle, and it's a shame that it doesn't work with the instant mount swapping, but that's I guess that's all by the by. But that does it for this update. Feel free to let me know in the comments below if this helped you out at all. But until next time, this has been Torj, and I'm out.